I know you got within there is a sports. It's a weekend, and it is an all wrap up of Whistle Time top trending stories within all this week from a Monday to there is a Saturday, and today happens to be the last edition for this week. Because we already start from Mondays to there is a Saturdays, and we already in the house. Not we, okay, me. Susie is already in the house to give you everything within a sports genre, be it boxing, be it athletics, be it football, rugby, basketball, everything. We get to discuss it right here in the house. And I am a lone striker, just like I did yesterday, because my colleague Pandit, there is Mr. Philip Owen, is out for official duty. But then, no worries. As long as I am in the house, of course, you're sorted with there is Joe Sports Stories. All you have to do is keep it glued to there is Westnell TV, because we are here to light up the region for you. Body pimani yor kinikyo metal zoado abo Suzy mini yo woro BP Sports berizido kani mupira tuzania kani netball ni baba netball ovelu barati singoni mpira bani obedrisire ngumi azini bani muredi edi Kampala mega anjazia mavudi yani mukita me represent raba andanzi ndede kivindale area woro ala ikidale woro area ala anziri mukitursi ndeba mingi te imalia obogo gwazia ni aviki ngumi di ala itekene odiki ma opponent no nzirkanya minutes by beyond recognition itekene agaki muzu finals ya radeni obitsi barte de kiwe itekene ngumi da abalada malia da levene mi kilo ka vini agande tuani ba vini kilo ne vini mi nyarane mi to vini mu abalada avira kwitekene bate de obitsi ya bade ma kilo bi adioni yeni bade do kitursi ngwata kingwa ike adike arima vini edi bani diara dini aitekenti ama otitazi vini kala mpira avuria a regional league yasi a fourth league division game wasi ngondini iki karakara amapie di amedio di muimipie di ni dozo of saro fibo amadie muimpie di ni peresa sa soro misi kaka mateo peresa udrisi apere da yozukini kiosi sa oro misi dini itakini alene adia iyo yete karakara ondupraka mupira drusiti itakini calver nivre avia ndrumukite mbalia iki ngumbale heroes ni avida edio sa mudrisi ayavali ra kibo adi edrusi vina mpira ne vini ya sudi edi police repeat bosio ko de kibane iki drusi ba lira bane onve black power de ki avi drusi sa mudrisi ondopraka drusi ivre ayombe adebe alugazi bedi ni andru vini mpira kiti a fourth league division adi ni itekini amade dongwa ile doate ajolu cheke Whistle Time show anyingatie Suzy and tugutie lero i regional league Pakwachi Youngsters gibedi witebo Danario kupa the Black Angels de tie ngati mutie witebo cha Mirachel by the Black Angels tintie mpira migi mirajika ibarukuru wa kaka mbeneno wa iekaitie kago kupa the kaite kago kubarukuru bininen mupira pia tie mpira mirajika mapa the Black Angels bitugu ibarukuru matine ni kadong iwilembe mutugu mungedenia Pakwachi Youngsters ati mokumutia ipakwach barmegitie St. Mary's o match ipakwach kacha atin gitie kutugu kani ipanduru inge panduru tie lia kwe border pa Uganda ku Congo atin Pakwach Youngsters gitie ipanduru stadium gido tugu Alpha Rising Stars kemitu iluongu ginia lia ento yerua kakai mupira de gichibedutie ibarifa amanya woru de tugu gitugerele ineno wa eni dong podi wacha kugi yoyo kamai kadong wachi do wacha ku local stories kadong wachi do national stories kadong wadaruku international stories kamai ento back to English starting with the local stories. Locally here yesterday, of course, games went down, like Daliron said, in the fourth league division games. There was one biggest game on the scoreboard yesterday where we saw Mvara playing. There is a Muni Soccer Club, and surprisingly, Muni was beaten 3-0. By the way, Mvara Boys is doing so well. I have always been imagining if these people had started playing first round. Remember, they, by the way, didn't play first round. Due to licensing issues, they had management issues, they were not so organized and all that. So basically, the license came out very late, and they didn't play first round, and the DFA had to pardon them. They came in to play a second round of there is fourth league division games. But ask me how they are playing. They have even outrun all these other teams, all these other clubs that, of course, started from a first round. So Mvara recently has been second on the table. And if we go back to that table standing of course, the fourth league division, you literally get to see that Mvara, at the rate that they are playing with, first of all, they are doing so well, and they are doing well, and also they, by the way, they are now on second on the table, meaning if they had started, if Mvara had started these games in first round, trust me, Mvara would be somewhere else. Mvara, from yesterday's games where they did beat Muni from 22 points, the table leaders are Daystar in that zone there. Daystar has played 13 games, totaling to there is 26 points. Meanwhile, Mvara Boys had a game yesterday against Muni soccer club that sits in position number 3. Muni lost to there is Mvara Boys 3 goals to 0 in there, which now brings Mvara. Yesterday they had 22 points before they played this game, which now brings them to there is 25 points, 1 point shy from Daystar that are table leaders the other side. Meanwhile, there also there could be games that will go down today. Saturday, there will be 2 games today. Nyafia will play Idiofe at Ozu Primary. Meanwhile, Ombachi will play there is Tanganyika down in Barif, and all these games are 4 p.m. today. So those of you that are within the city, Arua City, you can actually get to slope down there. You know it's a weekend. You cannot just be sitting under your mango tree or in your sitting room. It's also quite good to have fun or to be around the neighbors and family and all that. But we also need time to be with friends out. We need time to go and support local football. We need time to go and support our own boys. Yeah, you get time and go watch Tanganyika play. There is in Barif today. This is going to be a very huge game, but Tanganyika is also not doing so well on the table standings. Basically, I think they sit down in there is the table standings in their zone. On top of that table in that zone has been Airfield, that of course has attained an automatic promotion to there is the zonos. They await to play the first runners up this side. The way I am seeing, if Mvara plays one more game, I think Airfield will play there is Mvara from this other side. Initially, I thought Daystar finishing, though Daystar being top of the table, Mvara was going to, Airfield was going to play there is Daystar. But then if you look at the rate at which Mvara is beating people, then ibani yo Mvara tunita boda masia kore. Dekan Mvara mampira dedi adze boda ite Mvara kayampira azia ludika, trust me. Mvara ntute boda masia di drera because bate boda madro kore Daystar in number 1 ima point kalidu ni azia dengan Mvara ve mpira mone bedako. Mvara ma point adze kalidu ni rika di kalidu ni rimadria. No ba ericha siribani cha kalidu ntoi eta kene kalidu ntoi mesala kalidu ni azia be point dasi efe alotsa checking Daystar ka paraka bara daka Mvara ma fixtures ziba bani ni aludikara bana mbalo se southern zone ya da Airfield ki bandini nga final zade ni be Mvara ni be bandani ngazo overall winner Isuzu ba de ma alia woro fourth league division games overall winner de division nga mungwa zono zave teams azikalakala ndepi rada 11 depi ba alosidi pie mpira vini andrusidiati dingwa Barifa asa mudrisi Tanganyika nedio mpira ve dara, and then leaving that aside amavindi mungwa regionals ya mpira Andrew Amavudi ati kani da board dalero mpira Andrew Amavudi ati da board dalero apandurua etekene Alpha Rising Stars pema koti oder marusa se Olema Hamza Mega Nyolema Hamza ndra ma ibi ba mingi kikochi sa singandra zio duparakara ngavini di turisi azine epicentro bera denga dibani mulio ko Ervin dia zinga West Nile Queens kibe football club azite vina mavoro de ezwanzi pene ezwanzi leke ata makwa chua ezwanzi la pene ba café manu ni avec manu ni ndara izwanzi leke bako izwanzi leke za a team dablen vini olema hamze do team dane ichekin se irede current dene sad se adipe ma coach relia pe ma coach Alpha Rising Stars ma coach do agade Alpha mtepi ma dream pirandre pe ma pa okay agade Alpha Rising Stars ma pa mpirandre neko ba pa de tursi ki relegate sika kendra yolema ni dziko askone yo ifu da reza I piri class alumatron tiro kandi primary school ngavure yani vide vengadera amechekini agadi abari pivu yor mizami tena bari avikandra ni beaten run minene fourth league ya deke unbeaten muki zonos ya deke unbeaten toki badra ni dzima drderte zonos ndei bidia tandra triki be zonos dia viandra inebia ba krakra ni kendra dio yeda ni arate lia ma style avizo da lia ndeba idreba ni dziriki yote perelia mudiba ni anrangwa regionals ya currently dini androsi checking impiro madrid those bana ole manzizubo ole mamodu oko office ya rsi aviki zewi ombeki zeuni golo aro menti kaliazia zeu fuki ungwe pitiase ni rezeu maboskin de tsara ivo de tsadiba ni rayo etakene ikado menti kalioro mi dede arate squad plus technical bench bate basi arkido itokino woro dia yv golo be alora etakene fuki diandra gagempra rasire golo ma speed di rapid ambamba lie biki golo suko so sara se take dem ndutsi ba yo goal hungry milome na para kazi ba dia mpira net ngukwati lo dia mpira net ngukwati so andro aliende kidi bana de kiave ekipa kwachi Young Stars ni ave kadvi netebo da masieda ba kwachi ni teberi sibaire pa ida Black Angels ni adro apa ida nder ma Black Angels mampira asizo season evle akur ban vini andro ikadite lubrane kamere ngazu pa ida ngola rwani esami baruku renyana mpira da neda pa ida vle mpira season andro kwere lie pevure adebe pa kwachi Young Stars bedini kadvi mpira de kikuda crossing over to there is a big league mpira zia andro big league ya loche today there is one game on there is a big league playboard where we'll be having a Calvary travel away to there is Mbale Heroes mpira dene andro yendemba Calvary Madrera mani nereadwa kini ima players mupi Mbale alaler kimudrina aziri itekini bamdrina aziri malia coach kadiro ivu inile ave de sobo substitute nivini bench nivini ya mutende rich dini itekini oduko tidimesu ima PRO ni rebove Oscar the Brazilian dini ichekini iki nikiosi ima ini mre Mbale alale imu players kibe mdrina aziri so players mdrina aziri de malia dia Badria is fit, waiting to pick in a win. But trust me, I want to do an in-depth analysis of this game. Calvary traveling away to Mbale. First of all, this is going to be a very tough one for Calvary. Calvary needs this win because if you look at Calvary, they are not doing so well. Their position is not okay. If Calvary does not pick in the 3 points today, trust me, Calvary is sinking into the red zone. Calvary sits on position number 10 to there is the Bet Power Big League table standings. Calvary sits there in position number 10. So basically, if they don't win in today's game, trust me, Calvary is sinking into the red zone, which will quite be a very terrible one for them. Because at most, I think every other club within a big league is left with about 4 games to play. 4 or 5 depending on the number of games or the number of fixtures you have featured in for. So basically for Calvary, it's going to be quite a little bit hard because municipal Mbale municipal playgrounds is where this game is going to be. So this is also where Kataka normally plays the game. Mbale Heroes also plays the games in there. So basically traveling to Mbale and coming back with all 3 points is always one hardest thing that literally does not exist. Going to Mbale is like a death trap. No team has gone there and come away with all the 3 points. Unless otherwise, mark my words, unless otherwise, you are sharing in spoils. But by the end of you also sharing in those spoils, I don't know what tactics you use to disappear from there, because everything can happen anytime. We all know the history of the people on the other side. So it's a very tricky place to visit, to go in there with the urge of like, yeah, we're going to win. Yeah, I am the visiting side. I am going there collecting all the 3 points. So where were those guys in Mbale? It's always hard for you to go to Mbale and of course come down with all 3 points. And then tomorrow there will be games. A couple of games will go down tomorrow. Around 5 games will go down tomorrow. Now there is a match day 25 over. There is a FUFA, a big league in there today. Mbale Heroes will be taking on Calvary at Mbale Municipal Stadium. Then tomorrow, Chigezi Homeboys will take on, there is a Ginger North United. Kataka will play Karo Karunji. Chigezi Homeboys and Ginger North will be at Kabale Municipal Stadium at 4 p.m. in there. And then Kataka taking on Karo Karunji will be at Mbale Municipal Stadium, the same stadium that Mbale Heroes uses with there is a Calvary. But this same around tomorrow, we'll be seeing a Kataka taking on there is a Karo Karunji. And then Onduparaka will be hosting, there is a Lugazi Football Club tomorrow at Greenlight Stadium. And then Cheitume will be hosting, there is a Boma at Nachisunga Saza Playgrounds in the 4 p.m. And then we'll be seeing at Kibwa Stadium down in Lira, Black Spar will be hosting the table leaders. There is a Police Football Club. I want to look at the Police Black Spar game. First of all, Police has been on top of the table for quite some time now. Police has been on top of the table, I think, for the whole season. Yeah, for the whole season. At some point, we saw a few teams trying to slip in there, but then they couldn't maintain the pressure up there. They lost it and handed that position back to Police. So basically, Police has been up there, and Police currently sits in position number 1 with 44 points. They will be playing Blacks Power, that sits in position number 7 immediately after Chiinda Boys. And Blacks Power sits in position number 7, and they have played 22 games they have played 22 games and have been able to accumulate, there is a 34 points. Meaning tomorrow, if Blacks Power wins in this game, they will go to 37 points. That is where Mbale Heroes sits at position number 4. And Mbale Heroes also has a game that they are playing today. There is against Calvary. If Mbale Heroes wins in their game today, from 37, they will go to 40. There is a position number 2 and position number 3, where Kataka sits with 40 points and Lugazi sits with also the same 40 points. So now you see how interesting, confusing, slippery, all these words I'm trying to describe. There is the table standings over UPL in there. The table standings of UPL is quite very interesting. It oscillates. The point gap is 1-2. So when you're somewhere up there, you lose out your game, you're sinking. The person behind you here wins in their game, they are on top of you, flying past you, while you're watching and failing to win in all your games, failing to collecting all the 3 points and all that. So it's going to be a very tense game. Remember, recently, the previous game that Blacks Power played before they will play Police tomorrow, Blacks Power had played the Boma that immediately sits after them on the tables in position number 8 with, of course, 33 points. So this game, Blacks Power had traveled to the home of Boma, and we saw first half ending on a 3-0, a 3-0 in favor of there is Boma. At some point, we even thought maybe Boma had collected in all the 3 points. But I think Blacks Power went for a first half rest and came back with new tactics. They came back to attack with the mind to score. And the full time of that game ended on a 3-3, man. They shared spoils. Blacks Power is also sometimes not easy. This is a side that did beat Onduparaka both home and away. So Blacks Power did go in there to, of course, play a 3-3. So Blacks Power today, but tomorrow with Police. It's also going to be a very tense one. Blacks Power is going to look into it that they get all the 3 points so that they can catch up with a very good position on the table. But literally, it's going to be a little bit hard for there is a Blacks Power to beat Police. Matches police is traveling, yeah, much as police is traveling. Blacks Power, I literally don't see them having a very huge fan base. We've ever watched their games, and most times you find the pitch is empty. There is around Akiba, whatever the problem is. I think one of these days I should ask the Piero. There is Madame Gloria. So basically, it's also going. I am not ruling out police here, but for the fact that Blacks Power is home and they had a very good run against Boma in the previous game before they will feature in tomorrow against police. Trust me, it's going to be quite a very tough one for police to go past. There is Blacks Power tomorrow at Akibo at home. So basically, I think the best tomorrow I am seeing in here is a draw. But if one team manages to go past the other, it will not be by a lot of goals. It's going to be a very slim win. And both teams literally need this win. Police needs these 3 points to open in the points gap as they have with the teams that are chasing. There is Lugazi, Kataka, Mbale Heroes, Ondupraka, Chiinda, Blacks Power. From position number 2 to position number 7, everyone in here has the potential to, by the way, go to position number 1. So it's very tough for police. They are looking to it that they manhandle the remaining fixtures that they have to see to it that they can open in the points gap between them and the people that are chasing them very closely. But it's also going to be hard because the teams that are also after there is a police are looking so hard to also chase them and close up the points gap that they already have with police. Everyone is focusing on the top of the table where everyone wants to go and have an automatic promotion into the biggest of football. Who doesn't enjoy that prestige? That you're playing for. First of all, I want to look at the players. You even move with your shoulders eye that I play for a club that plays in one of the biggest styles of football in Uganda. There is a sometimes Uganda Premier League, man. That is very prestigious, even the clubs. So who does not want to cross from big league to that is UPL? So basically, it's quite a very huge one. The competition is very intense. And yesterday, looking at the game over there is Onduparaka that will be Onduparaka that will be playing. That will be hosting Lugazi tomorrow. It's going to be a very tense one. But before this game tomorrow, remember recently Onduparaka lost, the founder lost the dad. There is Mr. Nyakuni Benja lost Ejidra Samuel. May his soul rest in eternal peace in there. So tomorrow, Onduparaka fans have organized in a game with the media people, the media team of Arua City. This game will take place tomorrow before there is before the game of Lugazi at 4 p.m. So those of us that are within town, we should be able by midday, we should be able to go down at Greenlight Stadium, Onduparaka, because there is going to be a game between Onduparaka fans and of course the media of Arua City. I don't know which side I will play for. I don't know which side my colleague Pandit there is a football where they will play for, but is the coach of media team Arua City. And Susie here is the fans PRO of Onduparaka Football Club. So the fans will be playing the media team. Susie is also a media person, so I don't know which side I will be playing for. But the way I see, I might take in the side that wins. Hey, who wants to be associating with the losing side? So tomorrow it's going to be a very huge one. It's going to be a very massive one. Come through, come down to support the fans of Onduparaka Football Club. Come through to support the media team, Arua City. A large number of people in that team are very confused because they belong to both the fans of Onduparaka and the media team. The likes of your current host, Susie, even Fudribo Owen, the likes of Eloya Kebs, the lot of people that are very confused there. Iki media ti, iki vino Onduparaka ti, so drusemeka ne side ngwave an man yodo arkin drusimpira zinite. Onduparaka chidi ni sa zirsi, desimpira Onduparaka Football Club pivule Lugazi berieni iku, mpira zini drusimute chekina anradia, amebi amatini avira da chairman Onduparaka vule, founder Onduparaka vule Mr. Nyakuni Ben, avi iturisi, Benjamin Avindra yetinira da late Mr. Ejidra Samuel idini orindini mali pari, mali ava pari alaria. Echakini Onduparaka fans gaki diyo azi, aguri ni bai yozo azina out for yozo azimuka ni binga town adi ebindra entrepreneur ni business ngoni dini irini award for yozo mati dikan muke banga didufura savene amavurika ngatabor maparia ayiki dimpira abala azi adebe media team arwarbe itaki ndrusi mpira dini ngai yengwa ndupaka football ndupaka playgrounds yada green light yada mpira didrusi nita sa zirisi desinga lugazi besa mbrisi na yani ku echokini bazi ki media team wa bazi ki fans on ndupaka dire kika didu side ngo avian sasa ba malere ma fans ma piera oni dosi ma vini media ma colleague football club ma piera oni revini media ma court ni amaka ndidu side ndango avian drusi mimukira sazire mpradi ni drusi 30 on ndupaka da etekina ma divini ye godiando. We are going off for a very short commercial break. Keep it glued to West Nile TV.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region. 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 West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Welcome back from a very short commercial break. Susie is already in the house too. Of course, finishing the hour with you. Thank you so much for keeping it. There is West Nile TV because we are here to light up the region for you. We started, of course, at 2 p.m. We are here, of course, almost closing up. It is a Saturday edition of Wisa Time with your baddest party in the region. There is Linda, Susie, and of course there are a couple of updates. There are a couple of comments are coming in from there is the social media handles, and there are a number of you that are watching, and I should say thank you so much. Those of you that are following us from Facebook, I should say thank you so much. We got in a couple of comments. There is one who is called Anguyo Gavino Jr. Who says a good identification indeed. These ladies can beat Manchester United. Anguyo Gavino Jr. Violence, Mevo Award, Award 4 for watching. There is a West Nile TV. And then there is Ezamungu Agre, who says here, Agre live from Copenhagen, always catching all home updates. So much grateful to the team. Regards from West Nile community over here. Agre, I would like to say about 4 minutes aru West Nile TV ni nezursi West Nile community dalere iyo ini azivini adriati sini na 4 minutes aru West Nile TV ni ifolorisi da Agre ini ichekini. There is one update here also coming in from Majema J, who says no more suspect himself called Daily Dose. Majema J, Majema J, salute. Thank you for always catching in. There is West Nile TV. You can drop in your comments there on all our social media handles, and thank you so much for always keeping it glued to there is West Nile TV. Like I had earlier said, as we went in off for there is a commercial break yesterday, the games that went down in Star Times Uganda Premier League, where we did see 2 games yesterday. Busoga played Wachiso Giants, and Barara City had a game with there is a UPDF in there. The game between Barara City and UPDF did see the 2 sides sharing spells. Remember, UPDF and Gaddafi sit down at the relegation zone. They are fighting so hard to actually see to it that they get out of that zone. The army people are not doing so well this time around. They are fighting relegation. But then yesterday, Gaddafi, UPDF and Barara City had to share in spoils there. They played a goalless. No one touched the back of the net of the other. Everyone maintained a very clean sheet in yesterday. There was the game between UPDF that played Barara. And then there was also one game yesterday that went down between Busoga that played Busoga that played our Chiso Giants, that did see Busoga winning this game 2-1, which means Busoga did beat the Chiso Giants 2 goals to 1. And Busoga's win, by the way, did help them. Initially, Busoga has been sitting in down at the relegation zone. I say yesterday's game, yesterday's good result where they did beat that is our Chiso Giants. I did see them leap out of the red zone. That, of course, will take us into the table standings, where I have just confirmed to you that Busoga's win yesterday over Chiso Giants did help them so much. On the table, position number 1 is Chitara, that has 47 points. And then Vipers is following closely in position number 2 with, of course, 46 points, and they are tied at all 46 with position number 3. There is a Bull Football Club. And then Villa sits in position number 4 with, of course, 45 points. And NEC sits in position number 5 with, of course, 43 points. At 39 points, we have a KCCA that sits in position number 6 on that table. And then in position number 7, we have Maroons Football Club, the Luzira-based side, that has 39 points together with the KCCA. And then at 34 points, we have URA that recently parted ways with there is their head coach, Mr. David Obua. They sit in position number 8 and have collected 34 points. At 32 points, we have Express that sits in position number 9 in there. And then at position number 10, we have Saltillo Bright Stars that has accumulated 30 points to their names. And then in 29 points, we have Mbarara City that sits in position number 11. And then position number 12 is for Wachiso Giants that, of course, lost yesterday to there is Busoga, and they have 26 points. Busoga following them very closely with 21 points at position number 13. And position number 14 is Gaddafi that has 19 points with 18 points that UPDF has. UPDF that, of course, played 1-1 with there is Mbarara yesterday. That is how the tables look like in there is Star Times Uganda Premier League. There will be games today, of course, crossing now internationally. There will be games today, of course, in English Premier League Saturday with an early kickoff. West Ham will be West Ham is already playing Liverpool, I should say. And then after that game, we'll be seeing a Fulham play. There is a Crystal Palace, and then Manchester United later on at around a few minutes from now. Manchester United will be playing. There is a Burnley, and Newcastle will be tussling it out with the Sheffield United. And then Luton Town will play Wolves, and Everton will play. There is a Brentford. And then lastly today, with a late closure, we'll have Aston Villa take on there is a Chelsea. Will Chelsea winning this game? They really need to come back, because the other time we did see them lose 5-0 to there is the table leaders, a team Arsenal. And then, of course, tomorrow Sunday there will also be games going down. First on the border, we'll have Bournemouth play. There is a Brighton, and then Tottenham will, of course, play Arsenal, the table leaders. Will Arsenal really win the trophy? Will they manage to? I don't want violence. I don't want me walking out of a gate of Western TV and people waiting for me there. Arsenal fans, wish you the best tomorrow. You have a game against Tottenham Hotspurs. These guys are slippery. You joke anytime they're giving you one Okoto, and you come to realize when it is full time and the game has ended like that. So Arsenal tomorrow will be taking on Tottenham Hotspurs, and then Nottingham Forest will take on a Manchester City that is also chasing in very, very closely in there. It's quite a very huge one for there is all teams, because everyone is chasing. Basically, these teams, I think, are left with about four games to close in the season. Everywhere the season is closing. And as of course we close the hour, like I earlier told you, grand finale today for there is the boxing tournament that has been going down in Kampala. And in Arua, we had, by the way, a lot of our boxers. Do they call them boxers? I don't know. Okay, the Arua, of course, carried in a lot of representatives that went through to see to it that they get to represent the region. There is from Arua City a boxing club, and 6 boxers on shape with exciting faces that are in for the weighing exercise. Today is the finals, and I wish them very well. The people that managed to go through from the group stages to beating all the opponents beyond recognition and go past, we had both Arua boxing Arua City Boxing Club represent in two categories, the female category and the male category. So some of the names that did do us proud to, of course, crossing up to finals that will go down today include there is a Razaki, there is a heavyweight, we have Sauda, we have Arafa, we have Latifa, we have Shamim and Oleru. Meaning there is only one person left in the male side that is representing in there. Meanwhile, for the ladies, they are all doing well. Around 5 of them that have gone through the Arafa, Sauda, Latifa, Shamim, and Oleru that of course have gone in there to representing. Wish them all the best from Arua City entirely. And from Wiso Time Desk, our boxers down in Arua City wish you so welika te Kampalani mimu anziliki support ibadi anje mavu kwa kilaleda boxing ya Asia ni mukite finals araba finals didio Andrusi asa mudrisi diara zake ki Oleruki Sauda ki Latifa ki ikibani woro diedi idio mu finals asa mudrisi so ikatelu baradi parichimi teza malia itengas West Nile imubadi ya tira. Thank you so much for keeping it West Nile TV. Wish you a very blessed weekend. Good afternoon.